Hi, today I would like to speak about race day shoe rotation. Everybody would say it's a kind of hype, just marketing things, spending money, but I don't not agree with that. Why do you need a race day shoe rotation? It has biomechanical benefits. It helps. It prevents injury. That saves you from the injuries, and there are also economical benefits. It extends the life of your shoes. So if you are racing, I'm speaking about road racing. There are different kind of races. So I will speak about 5 and 10K as a short distance. Half marathon is something in between, and marathon is kind of a long distance with time challenge. So let's say about the 5 kilometers, 5 and 10 kilometers, then the shoes should be light, carbon plate, of course, and responsive. As a good example, I would call this one, and I will speak later. This is a Nike Strictlight 2, one of the lightest shoes, but also not so cushioned. Then about the half marathon, there are some other requirements. It should be responsive, but also protective. We don't expect to be as fast as the 5-kilometer shoes, but on the other hand, it should be fast and responsive, not too slow as a normal training shoe. And then for the marathons, I would say for the marathon we can have two things that matter. Marathon is a long distance, 42 kilometers and 200 meters, or 26.2 miles. So cushioning is one of the important things. That's why as a cushioning, I will name this shoe later. But also the speed is also important, and responsiveness. So that one it's what is important for the marathon. So I would speak about compare these two shoes, SC Elite 5, that is kind of really cushioned, and Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3. It's kind of cushioned, but not so. But on the other hand, is this more responsive. So that was kind of introduction mentioning, and now I will go to my shoe rotation. About the 5 and 10 kilometer, as I said, short and speedy, I would race with this one, with Nike Strictlight 2. I bought this one for a really good price, and the first trainings were really good. So I'm just waiting for my next 10 kilometer race or 5 kilometer to race with them. This one, it has also good outsole, but it's very light. It's a very light and lightweight and great shoe. Another one shoe which I was racing 5 and 10, and I also ran my personal best on 5 kilometer, is this Pacer, SC Pacer 2 from New Balance. With this one I did a few 10 kilometers out of the box. It was going great. I ran one sub 43 for my proper time. And also I did my 5 kilometer PR in Utrecht 12:35. This one is kind of not so cushioned shoe, but it gives more comfort than the previous one. Another one, which I was thinking it wouldn't be good in this, because my first 5K race was not so successful, is Puma Faster 3. The first 5K was very warm day. It was not ideal parkour course, so it was kind of disappointment. But a few weeks ago, I ran a 10K with this one, and then it was kind of great race. So this one, Faster, is probably one of the fastest and lightest shoes on the market, and many people are enthusiastic that finally I'm also convinced that it is a great shoe. So I would use this one for 10 kilometers for sure, and I'm considering for the longer distance. So I think that this one could be also good for half marathon. I have done I haven't done a half marathon yet. I have plans to run a half marathon in end of March, at the end of March. So probably one of them will be with this shoe. About half marathon, I have also done one with this one. It was kind of okay, but I think this one should be stay up to 10 miles. So don't going on this distance. So this one, Puma Fast Air, it has a good cushioning. This one can be go from 10 to 21, but also maybe on a marathon. I'm not sure yet. Another shoe that I think would be great for half marathon is this one, Puma Rocket X3. It's also, of course, carbon, good cushioning, responsive, kind of not so soft ride, but also it's also great. So out of the box, I was really amused from this one. Unfortunately, I haven't run so much with this one because it's a bit narrow for me here. So I would also go probably on a marathon with this one, but because of that issue, I'm still considering this one as a half marathon shoe, and on a 10K was not the fastest one. So this one, half marathon for sure, maybe full marathon. And about the full marathon shoes, I'm absolutely sure that this one would be great shoe for that one, that purpose. I have already done one full marathon with this one. It's Ronde Vene. You know, this one was a bit, with muddy parts on the parkour, so that's why this shoe is dirty. But it's great one and good outsole if for the rainy day. So one of the most comfortable super shoes. So it's a great shoe. Not the fastest one, not the lightest one, but reliable. And also, if you have noticed, Alex, you did a great race in Valencia with this shoe. So also the top and on full marathon and half marathon. So also the top runners are good, running great races with this shoe. Another one shoe that I think it's good for marathon. I have done a Boston Marathon 2025. Is the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3. With this one, it's I really like this one. It's good to pick up the pace, not so cushioned, but pretty fast. Not the lightest. Now, at that moment when it was introduced, was light and a good value for money. But in the meantime, many other brands had also introduced lightweight shoes. So this one is not the lightest, but it's really reliable and good one. Also, another point which I want to mention is introducing the shoes in your training. It's not a race day shoe, then I run about this one on a race day. No, you should also use them on the training. So if you have a marathon shoe, you could run one of the few weeks in the taper with this, just to do long run, semi-long run, with the marathon pace parts, with your marathon day shoe. Another thing is that these race day shoes are not so durable as the normal shoes. You cannot expect to do 500-600 with the race day shoe. There we are speaking about 200-300. Puma is claiming about 400 with this one, but I don't know, I'm not so far. But what is important, at some moment the race day shoe are not good for races, but they could be good for threshold tempo runs, or also they should be great for intervals. So at some moment you see that the race day shoe are not good. You put them use them in your speed work, but not for races. And another point is that you should also with 5 and 10K shoe, you should do some of the interval speed session, kilometers repeats, miles repeats, or 800 meters, just to get used to them. So on the race day you don't get surprised. That would be for today. Please tell me what is your shoe rotation. I'm just curious, and maybe I missed something, but I'm telling from my perspective. I'm heel striker, and also with a bit pronation, so I need stability, and I'm not the lightest runner. So that should be also considered in your shoe rotation choice. Thank you. Bye.